dear Dolly Polly, shut your eyes, lie still, lie silent, utter no cries as the witcher.
Angie Zapata was born Justin David Zapata on August 5, 1989, in Brighton, Colorado. According to many sources and family members, Angie was very feminine growing up, to which, like many LGBT, made her a target to bullying and harassment in school. But despite it all, Angie stayed true to herself and her feelings. By the time she was 16, Angie came out as transgender, and her family was very supportive of her decision, though her mother expressed deep concern for Angie's safety, and rightfully so. On July 15, 2008, Angie met 31-year-old Alan Andrade through the mobile social app Moco Space. The two hit it off upon meeting, and Angie took Andrade to her apartment where a sexual act took place. What kind is anybody's guess, for it has never been revealed. They would spend up to the next 3 days together, while during that time, the two slept in different rooms, and Angie wouldn't allow Andrade to touch her at all. On July 17, 2008, Angie left Andrade in her apartment where she went to babysit her sister Monica's 3 kids. When she returned later on that day, she was confronted by a very angry Andrade who, while left alone in her apartment, noticed a collection of pictures used to decorate it, and so he questioned her gender, to which Angie replied she was all woman. But when Andrade asked her to prove it, she refused. So Andrade took upon himself and he grabbed Angie's crotch. It was then he noticed what no heterosexual man would ever want to surprisingly discover. Angie Zapata was a biological man. Enraged by this surprise, Andrade then began beating Angie mercilessly. He started with his fist before he grabbed a fire extinguisher and struck Angie in the head twice with it. Thinking he had killed her, Andrade covered Angie's body with a blanket before he started cleaning up the scene. But Angie had regained consciousness and started to sit up. Andrade noticed and hit her with the fire extinguisher again. It was the blow that eventually killed her. Afterwards, Andrade grabbed his belongings, Angie's purse, cell phone, and the murder weapon, and escaped in Angie's car. After not hearing from Angie for a while, the family became concerned, so her sister Monica went to her apartment. It was then where she discovered Angie's body. Police would eventually capture and arrest Alan Andrade 2 weeks later when they found him in Angie's car. Alan Andrade was arrested and tried on April 16, 2009 for first-degree murder, aggravated motor vehicle theft, identity theft, and a hate crime, where 6 days later, he was found guilty and sentenced to life without the possibility of parole plus 60 years. He is currently serving time at the Sterling Correctional Facility in Sterling, Colorado. Angie Zapata's case is a very historical one because it was the first in the nation to get a conviction for a hate crime against transgender victims. Her story was also featured in the Univision's TV show Aquí y Ahora, or Here and Now in English, on November 1st, 2009. Angie is buried at Hillside Cemetery in Fort Lumpkin, Colorado. She was 18 years old.
dear daughter.